Hey guys, Nolar here, and I'm back with another smoke table discussion, but this time it's not going to be the usual suspects. We've got some other people like Talon, who's just joining us right now. So, say hello to everybody, Talon.
What's going on, guys?
Say hello to the world, Talon.
The world. All right, and of course we've got D Free here, our Daddy Free here. So just so you guys know, and of course, he finally let out Hydros a little bit to see some sun out from the basement there.
Don't get used to it. It's just a one-time thing.
Send help.
No.
Send help. Exactly. And again, lastly,
get the keys.
Lastly, we've got Mass Ninja here joining us. So go ahead and say hello, my friend.
How's it going, everybody?
So everyone's asking to do a kind of a retro history of the download celebration. It's been a little rough, kind of, to get some information because the download celebration has been kind of going back and forth for a long time. Of course, right now we're in what would have been the 350 million download celebration, but it's now called the Simultaneous Worldwide Release Campaign. So I guess they didn't hit 350, but
sounds about right.
All right, so look, we're going to talk real quick about how all the download celebrations, or as many as we could find information on, because it's like, again, there were so many over the course of the last 5 years. Some stuff gets lost, but look, the first one here that you see on the screen, we're going to talk about real quick, is the 20 million download celebration. There was a point where we hit 20 million. And of course, for those who don't know, the download celebration is literally every time someone makes a new account, it's counted as a download. So people who continue to re-roll, or Laughing Man who are doing stats, those all counted, right? Or am I wrong on that?
I never really was sure on that. I assume so.
I don't know.
Or is it like actual
if, new accounts counted, or if like a literal download of the application counted?
Yeah,
I
guess. Yeah, because no other gacha game has hit this amount of like downloads for a game. So it must be however they're counting, it must be a little off compared to everybody else. But maybe. Whatever. It's an excuse for them to give us some stuff or sell us stuff, just to be exact. But like 20 million downloads. Like when was this? February 22nd of 2016. So that's what, like 6 months into global, right? 6-7 months when global launched.
Yeah, about 6-7 months.
Yeah, so look at the thing. 1 Dragonstone every day for a total of 20 Dragonstones.
Wild, right?
I know. Everyone was so happy. I mean, I wasn't playing at this time, but I'm pretty sure everyone was super stoked.
Yeah, you got to think about it. There wasn't much content, so there was not many ways to get stones, especially bulk amounts of stones. Like you can play Boss Rush or Dragon Ball History, even though it's like a one-time thing generally, but you can get a nice little lump sum of stones. That wasn't a thing back then. Unless you beat Metroid, there was no way to get anything. So
yeah, endgame content didn't exist. So it was literally you did the Dokkan event, that was 1 stone. You just you saved that precious stone as much as you could. Hey, they gave you an SR Goku. She got one SR Goku.
Now.
Which one was that?
Reaching New Heights. So I think that was the tech one, right?
It's the one in the picture, I think.
I don't see a picture.
No, you're sharing your screen, bro.
Oh yeah, okay, you're right. Let me do that real quick. Sorry.
I gave you the links.
Oh, I did give you the links too, but all right. Anyways, here, look. Yeah, you got this Goku right here. That
one. Yeah.
Look at it. These are all SR units. All of them. SR units.
R Gohan. Yeah.
Yeah. So, they're 20 million.
Yeah, that Goku in the middle, that's the unit. That's the SR Goku.
Yeah.
That's reaching new heights.
Yeah, support items. You got support items, 20 types total. So, awakening medals. So
hey man, I don't want to hear it about the awakening medals. Those were hard to get back then, especially the Supreme and Elder Kai. But those were hard to get in general.
Yeah, you actually had to farm awakening medals.
I used to play those stages all day, every day, man. I can't tell you the last time I played one of those stages. It's literally been years.
Yeah.
Just hoping for the 1 medal drop. It's like, give me the 1.
Yeah, you were looking for the gold capsule, man.
Exactly. But then you weren't sure if it was a Supreme Kai, Elder Kai, or the 5 pipes, and you were like, damn it.
That's... yeah, okay.
All right, so look, it was 20 days of log it every day. Again, this is an early on in the game. I wasn't playing around this time. I don't know if any of you guys were playing for the 20 million download celebration.
Yeah, I've been around since the beginning, basically.
Okay, so you vaguely remember this. You know what happened, but
yeah. I started in about August of 2015, so I've been around for just about everything.
Okay. All right, so next one, I'm going to pop it here from DBZ Space, is the 50 million download celebration. So, look, guys, it was, what is that, 15 days? Looks like 15 days. You got 15 stones, you got some training medals, some Hercule statues. That's all you got.
Those 1,000 friend points, man, or 10,000
Oh,
friend
those
points.
friend points. I'm looking at those friend points right now.
They were actually valuable because back then you actually had to have a training partner to level up the units, right? If I remember. So you had to pull, like if you needed to, you just pulled friend points to utilize them.
I don't know. It sounds about right, though. I don't remember that because that's something that if that's the case, that's been something that's been changed for years and years. I don't remember that.
It's been at least a couple years. Yeah. But 50 million downloads. When was this? May 5th of 2016. So yeah. So it ramped up, right? So 20 million was February of 2016. Now it came up to May of 2016. So you could see that things were really ramping up on terms of that.
That also was pre 1 year anniversary. That was right before the anniversary.
Yep. And I remember this 70 million global download celebration because I was playing around this time, like end of May. So I was like, oh, wow, that's cool. 70 million? This is like a crazy game. It's super successful. I don't mind investing money into it because obviously it's going to keep going. Anyways.
I mean, you weren't wrong.
Yeah,
it's true.
5 years later.
I found one more celebration for you.
Okay.
Another download after this one.
Oh, okay. Cool.
This is the
Well, I guess this one is really the pre 1 year anniversary, technically, but they both came in conjunction.
Yeah. Triple XP from Quest, that was a big deal. Double success rates in training.
Yeah.
Huge deal. I think triple was the max at the time because I think we hit quad XP like second year anniversary, right? So,
correct. This might have been one of the first times triple was ran, period.
Yeah.
For a long time, I remember only seeing like double, which
is
is still pretty good.
Of course. But this was it. Literally, this was all we had. We had three things. Login bonus, triple XP with double success rates in training. Yeah.
Well, one thing that happens nowadays, though, with these is they have the ability to not only put out a lot of new content, but they rerun a lot of content, or they even sometimes revamp content that they put out previously. So they have a lot more leeway with newer celebrations, as we'll get to eventually.
Of course. But yeah, just to show you guys, 70 million downloads is, a milestone, but there wasn't much given. All right, so the next one was 90. Oops. Dear players. Okay, so this was after 1 year, September 7th.
Oh my God. New Super Strike event. Ooh.
What a throwback.
Is that the first time they've listed sales in this? Because that's like the first time I've seen sales in a download celebration.
So far, yeah.
Well, they also didn't have that many sales early on either. Like, that's another thing. Nowadays, there's always sales, but they didn't have that either.
Well,
they were just starting up and stuff, so I can't imagine they wanted to do too many at once.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, sales are good now, but yeah.
Holy, the ninth world tournament, man.
Yep, ninth world
and
tournament.
It's still not different.
Hey, that's not fair. They changed the world tournament a few times. It still sucks though. But I don't miss the days having to play it 100 times, bro. I don't miss those days.
No.
Oh,
Didn't
God,
they add the world tournament medal drops as like actual in-map pickups after a while? That wasn't a thing back then.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Because that was just a pain.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what the Super Strikes were all. Did they use those medals? They did, right? The World Tournament medals, the Bulma and the Turtle.
No, they. Oh yeah, they do. I think the Bulma and Turtle ones. I'll double check for you.
To awaken, right, from UR to TUR. I think that's what they did.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
See, that physical Super Boy.
Yeah. The new summon event, Full Power Super Saiyans Assemble. Was that Tech Bardock that looks like into Super Saiyan Goku? And
Yeah, I
remember,
think
no
that's it.
GSSR, guys. No GSSR.
God.
Yeah. Yeah,
What
that's
do you mean
rough.
no GSSR? We still have the trash rates.
Oh, yeah, even that. Yeah, what was that, 3%?
Yeah, something like that. I don't want to
GSSR?
hear about no GSSR. We still have the trash rate.
All right, so okay, just to give you timeline, so this is September, I assume still 26, yeah, still 2016, right? Yeah, right here. And then right away it went to 100 million in end of October. So this is,
Yeah.
4 download celebrations in 2016.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there were a
Apparently.
lot of download celebrations back to back. And some of them, like, I'm covering mostly global, but there were some that were specific to JP that didn't coincide with global at all. Like these
Yeah.
weren't simultaneous celebrations. Like some were for global, some were for JP.
Nowadays, they
Oh.
generally try to do things in conjunction, obviously, as you guys know. But back then, there was a lot more separation.
All right, we're back on 100 million global download celebration. So now this time they actually have the whole login thing. But yeah, this is
Woo! 30 stones!
30 stones, baby.
Woo!
The 100 mil was
Oh,
actually when
man.
they introduced LR Goku Prime Battle.
yeah, this is the Prime Battle for global. Yep. Hey, look
The
at this.
crossover
3
campaign
times,
finally coming.
Yeah.
Oh, boy,
3
I
times
remember
only.
that.
GSSR. Three multis.
Oh, this was so hype back then. I could already tell you, man. Looking at this, it's like, dude, this is fire.
Yeah, this is around this celebration is when I started playing because the Super Vegito banner is the first one I can remember summoning on. So,
Oh, and you're gonna see Broly if you scroll down a little more. You should. Yeah, there he is.
yeah,
Yeah,
this was because obviously I just started. I had that new account luck. Like I had never played a gacha before. I didn't know anything about rates, and I literally did 2 multis on the banner and got Vegito and Broly. So.
Oh,
Jeez.
damn.
And I didn't know
Congrats.
back then just how good that was because I'd never played a gacha before. So
And for those of you who are wondering what Dokkan event reopened, at the
Oh,
time
God,
when
yeah.
Dokkan events went away, they never came back. It's not like today where we have a strict schedule.
On a
of
daily
all the
basis.
AGOs. Yeah, no, this was like, oh, you weren't the unit was featured on a banner, and the banner went away. Well, so did the event. So if you
Yep.
managed to pull it on the last day and didn't pre-farm the medals, you weren't awakening them until the event came back. So here,
Yeah,
they're
that
like, oh,
sucks so bad. Having to wait if you didn't wind up finishing it. Like, I can't tell you how many times I missed out on awakening a unit.
Yep.
yep.
It was like, dude, this sucks. You gotta wait sometimes like a couple months. So it was
Yeah.
a good change to make them daily overall.
oh yeah,
Oh,
like
when
what,
that
Rising
happened?
Carnival though.
I do not. Probably around like
Was it the
mid 2017
2-year?
or so.
Second or third year, like in between second
Somewhere
and
in
third
that
year. something
area,
like that. Yeah, this was crazy because at this time it was double rates, and the rates were still
Dude.
5%.
Yeah. So not to cut you off, man, but the Rising Dragon Carnival banners were so damn good value when they first started them in this time period. They
Yep.
were such good value. And you look at that banner overall, you have Trunks and Majin Vegeta, who obviously, I guess Majin Vegeta just got his EZA recently, right? But
Yep,
Trunks
right
was still
there,
pretty bad. But they were huge linchpins for the tournament back then. And this banner had great value with the double rates. Like this whole celebration is really fire for the time period.
Yep.
Even the amount of stones, everything. Like it's really good.
And then all the new players here are like, what are you talking about?
Look
It's
at
30
B-Tan
stone?
came out. What?
Yeah, and that's when the ranking. Yeah, this was huge deal
Oh
because
my gosh, that was right.
yeah,
Oh, this is such a good damn celebration.
What happened?
Triple.
triple XP guys.
Big success and super success on training items.
Oh my god. Discount and Baba Shop. Dude, that's
Yeah,
I
lit.
think the Baba Shop was in some of the previous celebrations too. or a
Yeah, no,
couple
it
of them.
started during the first year anniversary, and then from then on, it's just been consistent with every big celebration. But the real first time it showed up was the first year, because I remember it was like every hour that you had to
Yeah.
refresh, and then it was cut down to half an hour, and then you had
Now it's
like
what,
discounts.
5 minutes?
well, feels like it, but
Jesus Christ. I don't know what it is, but I know that I used to check every freaking hour the freaking Baba
I know.
Shop. That was how I would get most of my medals, man.
yeah.
and back then you didn't even get like story event medals, right? So
No.
it was just mostly awakening medals and like some training items and stuff. And
Yep.
then they came a change like, oh, well, you can buy, if you had enough Baba points, you can buy some story event medals. And you're like, sweet, I don't have to go farm like the Battle of the Gods thing like 50 million times. I can just slowly build it up over time.
Yeah, this celebration was lit, especially because it introduces the 70% leads as well. This
Yep.
was just a really good set. And speaking of the crossover campaign, really quick, I remember global players were really upset about the fact that this hadn't made its way to global, but it had come so far in advance on JP. And seeing it actually make its way here was pretty surprising because at that time we were thinking it never was going to happen because of whatever reason. So this whole thing was pretty cool.
All
I
right,
wish
so
they
that
put
was
that
100.
back in the keys.
Oh yeah, well, in order for it to come out, it
Just
had
for
to
the,
come out
just for the
again.
Goku.
That
Yeah.
Bye Guys Goku. You know how I farmed like 100 of that dude just to raise the super attack of every unit that I had that was Goku? That was a pretty awesome time.
Well, I mean, this was great because this was the first time we had the Prime battle, and to farm his like card itself was stupid.
In fact, this is the first LR period.
Yeah, the first one period in the game.
This is the introduction of the LRs in the game total. Like, that's pretty crazy, man.
Pretty
Pretty
much had to
monumental.
farm the super strikes.
Yeah, the 100,
Yeah, Super
100
Strikes
team
made it.
cross. Oh.
Oh my God, Super Strikes.
Yeah. All right, so let's fast forward a little bit to 130. You know, this was 2017, so February. That was like end of October, beginning of November. Then we hit to 130.
Mania.
I'm pretty sure I have summon videos up from all these banners too. This really reminded me of early Dokkan, bro.
Yeah, I mean, this is the whole
Some more
point. We're on a
sales.
trip of memory lane. More
This is
sales.
right about when I met Talon, actually.
It was because we had our Omega STR race, didn't we?
Yeah, it was. We had been
Oh
friends
my
for a little
God.
bit before that. This is such a
Oh,
throwback,
man.
man.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is taking me back.
Again, hey, the events came back because these guys were on banners. So
Yeah. Again, we can't stress enough that if you didn't awaken them or get their medals in advance, you were stuck.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember one of the early SSRs I pulled was the AGL Ultimate Gohan, and the event just wasn't up in the game.
Weekly events all open, man.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
There's awakening medals.
Oh,
That was pretty great
Yeah.
seeing all of them at one time, man. Do what you
Yeah.
need to do with the medals.
Is that LR Piccolo on the World Tournament banner?
it is.
Yep. Yes, it
This
is.
is about when he was introduced, I imagine.
I think
Yeah,
so.
it was around
yeah.
that time, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
I think
isn't he
this
the
was the
second
revamp,
LR
right?
total in the game?
Yes.
Yeah, because he was
I
right
think
after
so.
Goku,
Yeah.
and then
so
right
there it
after
is.
Piccolo was Frieza, the LR
Yeah.
Strength Frieza. I'm
Yeah.
pretty
And this
sure.
might have been the revamp for local rewards.
Yeah, that's what it was. Because I remember he was the reason you wanted to place well in local.
Yeah.
Um,
And then they have the Goku for ranking. That's why they're both on the image.
Oh, do you remember? Because when they say local, I was so confused. I was like, oh, crap, I'm playing the JP version, so am I like stuck with all California, US people? Like, who the hell am I racing for this? And then, yeah, we all had no idea what the hell's going on, and then I was freaking out.
Good
All
time.
right, so that's 130. That's February of 2017, and then we hit 150. And this is,
it's
I
Vegeta
think, the
banner.
First time we get the ticket banner, huh?
the ticket banner. Yeah, I was gonna say. I
Yeah.
think this is the first time we got it. Kapow.
Kapow.
Yeah, so Kai banner, one of the first, I don't know if it's the first time, but that was like relatively new at the time.
Yeah.
Where you just, because at the time, okay, remember in those days, Kais were super rare. Like they
Oh,
were
yeah.
super rare. Like you only got them from like World Tournament, I think.
Yep. Pretty much.
So, nowadays they just flood you with Kais, but back then, like, oh, I had what's your SA on your Gogeta? Oh, it's mine's SA6. Oh, gotta finish the World Tournament to get to SA10. Like, that was a legit conversation I had with somebody. So, yeah. Again, triple XP, Great Awakening medals again, open.
And they started throwing these three events into like every celebration for a while.
Right. The training medals, and then the training items, I should say, and then the big Hercule bucks, because we didn't have EZA, so it was, farming Zenny was, not that great. So you had to use
awful.
this. Like, I
It's
remember
awful.
running this thing up tons of times, especially when we had LR Broly, the strength one, because he used, 77 million Zenny or whatever?
Yeah,
that was
God,
pretty
yeah.
bad. That was
So-
pretty bad.
All right. There's 150. I know there's 250 somewhere. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
There's 200 also, I think.
Oh,
For
yeah.
200 million.
So 200 was
Oh my
Super Saiyan 4
God.
Go.
Oh, this was to be released.
Oh, yeah. This was the to be released for Global. Well, actually, this is the
Yeah.
first time we had the simultaneous Global
Let's
and
go.
JP celebration, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's why we had the to be released. Because
and they also have the big worldwide campaign.
Yep.
Oh
Epic celebration.
Loser got God himself.
Loser get God himself.
That's funny.
Oh my god.
This is the first time I think they introduced 50 half stamina too,
I think this is the first time. Yeah.
or one of the first times, at least for downloads.
Oof, the special Dokkan Fest too. Ooh, man.
Yeah, because every other
Jewel to be released. Loved it.
So again, this is the first time Global and JP celebrated a download celebration together, like on the same campaign, which is where they started doing the whole dual Dokkan Fest for download celebration. And to be released, I'm sure you heard of the meme, but if you don't know what it means, because we're celebrating at the same time, but JP was ahead in the meta. Global just got their 2nd year anniversary, which is the beginning of 120. Well, JP just finished 120, and we were moving on to categories, which is what we still have today. But at the time, they didn't want to release categories, so the leader skill for Omega and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was strictly to be released.
To be released.
The community was so mad at that.
Oh my god, yeah.
When I saw it on Twitter, I thought it was just a
Resident.
joke. Like someone's just like, made a meme of it. But when I saw it in game on someone's like a global, like they took a video of it, I was like, oh my god, they actually did that.
This
I know,
celebration
right?
was also pretty cool too, because it was one of the last times that that Renzi was able to kind of dig into their files and their server and stuff like that. Similarly to, I'm guessing, how Dokkan and them are able to get info a little bit in advance, but Renzi was able to pull this stuff, and we had the details of Omega and SS4 coming way in advance of this. So it really drummed up the hype. So when they got the to be released thing, that really let the community down, because we were like, wait, where are they going to go from here? And then boom, to be released. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little nuts. But yeah.
Yeah, I remember a lot of, as a global main, and I remember a lot of heated debate back when
Yeah,
that
it
came
was
out.
pretty bad. Oh, Bulma's event.
I mean, the thing is,
and
I
the campaign.
was on, I think I still am, to be fair, on the side that it wasn't a shaft to global, because I would rather have the units early with no leader skill and use them on my teams, which is what I did, than
Yeah,
not have
for
them at
sure.
all. So,
Well, it was also kind
it
of
was
weird
cool.
because you have these units, but then what are you doing with them? Because you don't have categories, right? So what are you putting them on? The mono teams? That's
But-
it?
Yeah.
Super
Well, I
Tech
think
Wing, Super Tech.
around then, one of the big teams on global at that time was the super and extreme
Super Tech.
teams. So yeah, putting
Yeah.
Gogeta on the Vegito blue team, like he fit in so well with like STR Gogeta
yeah.
and
Super
yeah,
class
that team was cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that was around when we were getting boss rush and stuff. So like that team was really awesome for
Yeah, that's
events
true.
like that.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's generally better to get the unit in advance, but it does kind of suck watching the other
Yeah.
version be able to literally use these new. Not only that, but not just new units, but a new mechanic, right?
Yeah.
Because at that time, the reason why the super class and extreme class units that led those groupings were so cool is because the game had expressly moved away from allowing the freedom of putting multiple colorings on one team.
Yeah,
Even back
exactly.
in the original Dokkan Festival leader meta, they expressly tried really hard to limit your team options to specific colorings, which is why STR Gogeta became your de facto leader for every single event in the
For
game
6 months.
up until Vegito and Broly came out, pretty much. And even then,
Yep.
you still ran him as your lead. So when you get categories, it's like, okay, now we can finally run the quote-unquote rainbow teams again. And then Global can't actually technically really do it to its full capacity, because you have obviously the dumbed down, weaker version using the super class and extreme class leads.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was kind of a weird time, but still pretty cool to see the introduction of the mechanic. And we've been riding the mechanic for years now, so apparently it was a success, right?
Well, yeah, it's been successful so far, but as of late, we'll see.
Yeah. That's why I said right, because people kind of hate the categories.
Hey, well, we got the special pose category. What are you talking about? We're in great shape.
Slander on my timeline. Man.
I just want to point out one thing. This is the first time we had a legendary campaign, right? Or was that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that should be the first one because it's Goku.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, they give you the option to farm a free LR. So in this case, for 200 million download, it was legendary Goku. So you these stam sages stam to use to run those stages were half off, or like double drops, all that kind of stuff. The orbs, so he's tech, so tech orbs are open every day, and so like that was really cool.
They also removed the super strike restriction, I think.
Yep.
During
I
that.
think so too.
Yeah, they got rid of the super strike restriction. Yep.
Well, also the rewarding
God.
was different too for that specific campaign than the rest of them, if I recall correctly.
Wasn't it 50 stones or something like that if you completed it?
Yeah, I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
so.
it was different than how things are now. You'd have to pull it up separately, but I'm pretty sure it was.
Can you click the legendary?
All it is
campaign?
just give me the
No.
banner.
Yeah, you'd have to pull it up separately.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure the rewarding was different.
It was crazy how much it changed it as well, because I had grinded up the first copy like the normal way, and then I think the first week of that legendary campaign, I grinded up the second one from scratch, like to feed in. So
That's
whereas
'cause they
before it had
realized
taken so
nobody-
long.
Nobody cares about
Yeah,
these stupid.
Goku was
super
Goku
strikes.
was 50 stones, 10 Kais, and then tech orbs for 100%.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
yeah,
pretty
Goku
great.
was I think the
Nice.
only one that got 50.
Yeah, I think the first one. Then they kind of dumbed it down a bit, but. All right, so then
They're like, we're a little too generous.
it's too much. He has having too much fun. Okay, so we're moving on to 250, which is October or not October. My days are wrong. August of 2018. So again, the next year. So now we're in a consistent schedule of okay. Then we had 200. Now we have 250. Then the year after that was 300, and right now it's supposed to be 350. But they just completely rebranded it because I don't think they want to be stuck in counting downloads when they don't even reach it. So, but 250 was all this. Oh my God! Look at this.
It's the first time that we got the tickets for stones, I think too.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I think this is tickets. Look
Yeah,
at
that's
that
the
long
ticket
list
banner.
of Dokkan Festival units down there. Definitely
Oh,
tickets.
gosh.
Oh,
Goodness.
38 characters.
yeah. Well, 250.
Yeah, ticket summon down
So
there.
this was ticket
yeah.
summons,
Screw
but
that.
250s was also AGO transforming Goku and Tech transforming Frieza.
It might have been.
I'm pretty sure that's
No, it was Piccolo and Nail,
Piccolo and.
I think.
Nah.
No.
No, we got the
No, excuse me. No, it was the free to play. We got the free to play
yeah, we
Piccolo.
had
Excuse
the
me. Sorry.
transforming Piccolo. I mean, the
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
AGL one that does
The one that had the
AOE,
easy,
It was
no.
Goku and
Yeah,
Frieza,
okay.
yeah.
which we
Yeah.
all hate
Yeah.
today.
It was the transforming Goku and Frieza.
Yeah.
I just looked it up.
Yeah, we hate
Screw those
it
dudes.
today, but back then it was a pretty cool concept, I guess. Just,
Oh, we also
They
got
also-
the
I'm
LR
looking
Great
at-
Saiyamans.
I'm looking at my video for it, but they also did the little intro movie thing that they do now. That might have been the first time they added the little intro movie thing when
Oh,
you
yeah,
start
yeah,
the
yeah.
app for the first time. Yeah.
This was the first time we got quadruple XP.
Also, there's a world battle. I don't know if this was a raid or whatever.
Yeah, we
Battle for Dragon
World
Ball's
battle.
special. Oh, it's the Goku and Frieza winner loser cards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit
Yeah,
here.
this was also when LR
The purple stone is here. Nice.
the Great Saiyaman 1 and 2. This is the first time we got that. That's from the friend summon.
Oh, we got the Jiren raid during this.
Oh, we got the Jiren.
Piccolo got an easy
Yep,
A.
easy, yep.
There's the purple stone. A whole lot.
Yeah, nowadays. So like when
And
Oh,
we got
launch
the-
event. Yo,
was that the first time? I think that was the first time.
might be the launch event.
So like this is 250, 200. This is when they like really made it at like August is when we're celebrating the download celebration, and we're gonna go like full bore with it. Quadruple XP, all this stuff. Like this is consistent. We can
Ooh,
expect it.
stamina time down from 5 to 3. Hidden potential stages open
Oh, yeah.
every day. God dang.
Yeah. So yeah, this is.
I was super excited for that stamina time reduction too. I was like, oh my god, this is so
Well, the first
good.
time they did that was
Dude, that was the true celebration right there. That was just like, yes,
Yeah, that-
time down on stamina.
that was third year. This is when they first introduced it because of Purunga 3 minute. But then they've only used it
Yeah.
sparingly here and now. I'm
oh god, they've been so
stingy on it, like super stingy. Like
Yeah.
I would bet if they did it for every major dual Dokkan Fest celebration, everyone would be super happy with it. Like that, and like half instead of 8 hours to recharge the doubling thing.
Oh, the
The
boost.
Yeah, instead of 8 hours before plus 3 minutes stam, I think people will be playing the game constantly at that point, But yeah, that's just me. All right, so
Quadruple?
Yeah, quadruple. I mean, this wasn't the first time. The first time quadruple happened was third year, because I remember I got to 999 during the third year. So this is just making a return, and now it's just forever been quadruple, because they're never going to release new stages of story. So
I think the 350, not the 300, excuse me, was the time when they did quadruple and half.
yeah, I think so too.
Really?
Well, let's take a look.
Yep.
Yeah.
300. All right, moving on to something from, this is last year, 2019, and this is where we had, the dual Dokkan Fest for
year ago
LRs of Gohan and Cell. I mean, we all have specific feelings about that, but but this one was like, I want to say the fourth year in general, like between the anniversary and the download celebration, was probably the most content we've ever gotten in the game. And even now, you're looking at what happens for fifth year and this simultaneous worldwide release campaign, it's nowhere near as much stuff as we got for 300. Because we got this world collect the broken tile missions, and eat up and fight missions, so you get 10 dragon stones a day. Okay, remember, like, what was it, 20 million or whatever? It was like total of 20. This is 10 a day for how long was this? At least a week, right? Yeah.
It was a week, yeah. It was kind of the same thing as the current launch thing that we have, except given within the week, whereas launch is more spread out.
Over a month.
Yeah. Yeah, a month.
Which I would assume people would rather have a week of stones, because then they would just blow it on the banners that are out at the time.
Yeah, it was a good time, because when you had the dual Dokkan Fest banners, you had the 3-in-1 multis. Whereas if you're getting stones now, it's like, it's so good to get the stones, but a lot of people just look at it as, well, the deal's done, right? It's kind of like, okay, I can throw a random multi into the banner still and maybe get them, but it's pretty much done. So
yeah. All right, purple stone, dragon stone sales. So look at 8 times for that one, 3 times for these. Yeah, these are fantastic sales.
Super sales. I don't remember when super sales were introduced, but when they were introduced, they were pretty good. And obviously, they're the best sales in the game still.
Yeah, when they do the dragon stuff, yeah, the purple dragon stone and whatnot.
Well, no, they still do super sales quite often, but I'm saying, like, there was a time where there were no super sales. It's just regular sales.
It was normal sales, and then no sales sometimes, and then super sales are like buy now.
Yep.
Yeah. This is a super
Usually
sale.
the super sales are for anniversary and the download celebrations. Outside of that,
bigger.
Yeah, like the everyone knows, like, okay, this is the time to stock up if you're gonna need to stock up.
Yeah.
Red Dragon.
You wouldn't know about that though, Nolar. You go into Supreme Whaling.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so just on a side note, yes, I do that, but with the play points now, when they have have the 4 times,
there's value.
When they have the 4 times, I don't give a crap what's up. I'm going in to stock up on points.
Yeah, that's the best time, man. You get a couple hundred, not bad.
Yep, and then it's like, I went from 5,000 points to 20. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I haven't ever been that high, but that's pretty good.
It is nice when that happens, which is once in a while. Potential orbs to strength to Vegeta. What events is this?
It was the Tech Goku and Gohan and STL
that's
Vegeta.
right. The exchange.
Oh, the exchange
event. Okay.
Yeah.
This is already this is part 1 of last year's 300 million download celebration. Seems way more than what we have right now for part 2 and part 1 for this one.
Mm.
So this was pretty cool too. The Chamber of Spirit of Time, Super Battery. Which stages were open for this one?
It was the
third set of categories.
Okay.
Yeah, and it did come out on both at the same time, which was great.
Yeah, so just basically looking over it, there's a lot of stuff, and of course the exclusive hype banners were great. Does everyone have at least a copy, or I'm asking if anyone has a copy of like each one of them, like they need to come back?
I'm still missing TN and Hit, and all the ones I do have, I only have the 1 copy.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, TN, Hit, and the AGL. I don't have either of the AGL units.
Oh, Rildo.
I'm missing the
Rildo and Pan.
I'm missing the Int Vegeta. That's it.
And Vegeta. Oh, okay.
Surprisingly, I've got him.
Yeah. Hydros, what you got? If he's
I only have Kaba for the support units. That's all I got.
Oh, damn.
Oh, so D3 took him from you?
For as long as I've been playing, I don't have the other support units, and
Well, he puts you in the basement and takes your support units. Damn, D3.
He lets me use his account. It's okay.
Yeah, I allowed you to invent Trident, you and your crew. So now you can use whatever whenever you want.
So you don't have to pay him anything, right? You're just like, yeah, just put it in the database. You just play with it.
Just go. Just play with it.
Were there double?
At least it's free.
Was last year? Were there double super discounts, or was it just for part 1 and it's just carried over? I think it was just.
I think there was 2 sets.
826 to 916. That's almost a month.
Yeah, because this is part 2 I'm looking at right now. So.
Yeah, I think they added more. I don't know
Might
if
have
it
just
was.
been one though, because that's a long time. That's literally a month.
I think they refresh the shop usually during this time.
The shop we want to go.
When they go from part 1 to 2. Usually they refresh it.
Yeah, because
Right
I
here.
remember I did pretty much all the stones that I had on Gohan and Cell, and then I picked up a whole bunch of sales to summon for the androids, so they definitely added some more.
Okay.
Yeah, they
I'm
might
not
have just
sure
added
how
regular
many.
ones though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, ton of stuff. Again, it seems like there's just a lot of stuff going on for 300, and then of course we have what we have today. We're still in the middle of it as of this recording. I don't know when I'll get this all edited and done, but as of this recording, we're still in the worldwide release campaign. But what are your thoughts on looking at all the history we just went through? I'm sure there's still a few celebrations you missed. As you see, they progress. What are your feelings on how this stacks up to all the other ones? So let's start off with Talon. What do you think? The current simultaneous worldwide release campaign stacks up to the other download celebration.
Well, if we're going as far back as 20 million and everything like that, obviously it's night and day there. I'm mostly going to compare it to, I think, what most people remember it as. So that's going to be the 150, the 200, 250, and then the 300. Okay. I would say. And I guess most people probably remember, obviously the Gogeta, which was 200. So, I still think that the best celebration, in my opinion, in terms of just overall content and everything that we got to do, I think I have to give it to the 300.
Okay.
You know what it obviously feels like? It feels like Team B got the celebration last year and Team A got the units, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. And then this year, Team B got the units, but Team A got the celebration. That's honestly what it feels like right now. Because look at this. Like you're literally going over right now. There's a cell raid that we have. We haven't gotten any kind of raids or anything like that in the celebration. There's been, 2 easy areas. Hercule's easy A is just the coin buying. Yep. So you can't really count that as easy, as a.
It's not content.
Yeah.
And I think right now nobody can actually easy AM yet. You have to wait like 3 more days or something, 3 or 4 more days.
Or
it's 15 days the easy A LR Hercule in total.
Yeah. So you've got to do that. There's a the social media bingo thing, which is cool. They've been doing some of that, I guess. Some of that social media stuff. But oh man, remember Bye Guys Goku? We all thought.
Man, that's so crazy they didn't do that.
Oh my god, yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like if you're taking the current celebration and comparing it to the past ones, I have to say it does feel like it's lacking. It almost feels like we're missing some kind of section of it, right? Like maybe there's a part 3 to it or something, or I don't know. It just feels like something's missing.
According to what we found, there's not actually a part 3, unfortunately.
Okay, well there we go then. I guess the only thing we've seen
thing
is
just came out of nowhere. Even so, I
that's so random.
Yeah,
the Oob, I think they're just trying to finish it because it's the LR Vegeta is just kind of at the end, so they want to put the Oob at the end.
Yeah, so that's basically it. So and the thing is, all this stuff is not supposed to end until the 8th of October.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
so
it's the
20th.
It's the 23rd here in Japan, 22nd for most of you guys right now at the time of this recording. So, okay, 2 weeks of something.
What? Yeah.
free to play unit right there. That's all I got.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
It takes me a week and a half to farm a free to play unit, guys.
I agree mainly with basically everything Talon said, so I don't really have much to add. But this is probably the least invested I've been, or least I've cared about a celebration probably ever.
I think so too. Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
I'm doing the bare minimum right now in terms of like getting the stuff, but I really just don't care, man. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care. Like some of what they're doing doesn't really appeal to me as much. Like I think the Vegeta's pretty cool. The mechanic that they introduced is pretty cool. I mean, but I don't know. It's just, it feels like something is missing for me personally, as somebody that's been around since 2015. You know, I don't really care personally about what they're doing right now. Yeah. And it's not something that like a unit would solve in particular. Like if it was like a different unit or maybe more hype, in my opinion, it still wouldn't matter, right? It's just the celebration feels lackluster. I'm sure like when it's completely done in hindsight, if we look at it comparatively in a similar manner, at least with the amount of free currency given and stuff like that, it'd be comparative. But like the rest of it just feels thin to me. Like I don't really care personally.
Okay. Hydros, any thoughts on that?
I don't think they can personally blame the pandemic for a lot of this, because a lot of the events, it's literally a copy paste of previous events, and all they do is change numbers around. So there's not really an excuse to why there's no easy A's,
right, or
other events that are actually coming, because again, they just copy and paste what they have already had and then just change a few numbers and boom, we're done. ESBR is a prime example of that. But the fact that Global didn't get the other stuff from ESBR as well, the other 10 categories or the other 10 stages, I mean, for categories was, I feel like they should have just gave them all 20 at once.
They easily could have. It's not really a surprise though that they didn't, because that's Global's history. Yeah.
It's not a surprise, but I'm saying, you know, it just do it. Just give them the thing. That way both versions are just at least caught up in terms of that.
But again,
not really that much of a.
I'm pretty certain on that topic. They go out of their way not to put them too closely in line. They literally could have at any point. Several years. At the same time, they also
have it for content later on. So I mean, there's that.
Well,
so
that's what I'm saying. Like they go out of their way not to put them on the same wavelength completely. They purposely held out on that, not because it's any difficult. I'm sure they could have just done the coding for that and whatever they need to do in 5 minutes, like literally. So they purposely didn't do it so they could have it later on, like you said. It's probably going to get added in on some global only campaign or whatever, and it'll be it.
With tickets and
maybe during JP's next anniversary, that'll be part of the next global campaign.
I mean, it could be for Thank You Celebration. It could be for. It seems like they have a schedule of, you know, a global exclusive or global timed exclusive in December.
Yeah, I was going to say for Christmas, because they could add those stages then.
Yeah, they could do that, but I was mainly looking towards the JP celebration for anniversary, because that's only in like 4 or 5 months, and the global always has something that happens at the same time, right? So I don't know. Either way, they could do it whenever, but they purposely didn't, like they always do.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't get why, but I'm just saying just do it.
No reason they couldn't, but yeah.
But no. But in terms of the better celebration, I think between the 250 and 300, either one of those, my top two right there. This celebration doesn't even compare to those two in terms of what we've gotten. Like we don't have. I mean, a raid would have been cool. A Kid Buu raid, we could have got that. That'd have been cool. An actual Kid Buu unit. We're ending the Buu saga without a Kid Buu. Not even an AZA for the Int Kid Buu. So I mean, there's a lot they could have done. But I don't
remember, and I don't want to have like revisionist history, but part of me feels like we could have had the same conversation last year too, though. Isn't that a bit of the case? Weren't people kind of upset with the quote-unquote content from last year as well? Obviously, it's not to this degree, but I feel like some of this could have been the same.
Not nearly as. I mean, I guess you could be.
I don't remember much about content-wise, because I feel like even compared to this one, there's a lot more to do at least.
Well, no, that's why I said not really in a comparative sense, but just looking back to last year.
Yeah, I mean, I
think there's only like a slight few that were maybe complaining about content.
Yeah, it's not to the degree that we have right now.
Particularly.
Yeah. Well, right now it's because there's a blatant
It's mostly the unit
lack.
transformation mechanics that they were complaining about.
Yeah,
I think with some of the previous celebrations, they've given a lot more, and then compared to this one, it's just way more noticeable when they don't do some things. And it's like, if you don't give us content, it's way noticeable. Especially again with the pandemic, everyone's at home, and we're all playing basically because there's nothing else to do. So I mean, it's a lot more noticeable to everybody than it probably would have been if we had a normal situation.
Yeah, because it's interesting looking back at those much older ones. Like the list of things that the campaign has looks a lot more stacked, but then a lot of those things are like features of that campaign that we now just have all the time. So it's like less special things for them to put in, like the banner of this is a thing that's happening during the campaign, because we just have a lot of that stuff all the time now.
Yeah, I mean, just to hammer home,
like even the winner loser cards.
Yeah.
I feel like those have gotten way less special because we're gonna get the other one later anyway. And I said this on Twitter. Did I say it to you again? Was that you?
Oh, about the awakening thing.
Yeah, like they could give the winner an awakening of those units. Like we get both units like as the start of the celebration, but the winner loser gets the medals to awaken them into a TUR, and then obviously you can get the other one later. But at least you get to use a better version of it right up front with a better leader skill, better passive, and all that sort of stuff. Make it actually usable because we have like no Angel Vegetas. That would have been nice. Not saying the one right now is like super bad, but I mean, who's going to really use it?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. They should make them cards that you want to win.
Right.
But
also, we should get rid of the same name thing because that's stupid.
Well, then, welcome to Vegito Blue Dokkan Battle. So.
Yes, I mean I've already gotten rid of it, so I mean, it's okay. We got this.
No, to hammer home what Ningen's saying is like quadruple, triple XP. Like when we're looking back, it's like, wow, it's the first time we got that. Those are huge impacts. Now we just expect it to happen. And I mean, that's just, they set the precedent, right? So they really only have themselves to blame because they're the ones that are giving us the expectation of what we should be getting. And at this point, it's just, we got the bare minimum in terms of like those, we got the ILR campaign for Hercule. So of course, all the tech stages for orbs are open every day, all that stuff. But come on, you gotta give us something a little more because we know that's coming anyways, right? Maybe that's an entitlement thing, but I really think it's just them setting the bar where they are, and they just haven't at least met it, at least to my opinion, at least. So, yeah.
D-Free tells me all the time about gotchas and how they make you want to log into the game. The celebration does not really make me want to continue logging in every day. Like, I want to get my login, but I'm just like, I log in, that's it. Does it make me want to stay in the game and continue playing? That would motivate me to spend more. Yeah,
I mean, at the end of the day, the point of the celebration and stuff is to get you in, spend some money, and go pull. Hopefully get shafted so you can spend more money. But that's the whole concept of it, right? And right now, I mean, just like what Hydrus is saying, I log in because I'm obligated to, but I don't want to stay logged in. That's a bad feeling, right? So that's where I'm at right now. Hopefully things will change, but yeah.
Like I was saying, I'm not even really doing much. I'm just doing the bare minimum to get my rewards.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? If the rewards aren't even compelling enough for you to even log in, that's not a good sign. So, all right, we've been going on for a while. Don't want to drag everyone's time too long. So, you guys want to say one last thing before we sign off here? Go ahead. Who wants to go? Good. Talon, anything?
No, I think everything's been said, and I understand why people are upset, but it's just for some reason they've decided to do it this way. So the only thing we can do is, instead of complaining about it more and more, we can all just move forward and see what happens for the next one. I mean, if the June celebrations on like JP and everything were anything to go by, those are actually pretty decent celebrations in themselves. I mean, double easy A's, new banner units and all that stuff. So maybe the normal celebrations are going to be the better ones. So maybe it's better just to go by that now. So we'll have to wait and see, though.
Yeah, that Kefla celebration was, when you look back at it, that was insane. And that was just a regular celebration, or just, hey, we're having a June. This is the stuff we're having. That was way better than the crap we got right now. But all right, Ningen, anything else you want to say?
The only other thing I was going to add, I guess, from just looking at it from a global perspective is, even though, like Hydro said, it is basically just cranking up numbers. I know, like, Extreme Super Battle Road finally coming to global is something that obviously we've all been waiting for ages. So I think a lot of people are still, like, getting stuck into that. But again, if you have the kind of accounts that most of us do, you've done them all already. So
Yeah.
All right, Hydros, you get the last word here.
No, I think everything's been said. I'm just more excited for Half Stam to eventually come again. That's all I'm looking forward to.
Oh my god, link leveling would be so much better with Half Stam. That's all I can say.
999 would be easier.
That is true.
that's the one thing, actually, I guess, although it's not technically part of this celebration, but like
think
by
they save
them
those
adding
now
that
for
link
anniversaries.
leveling, there's like never nothing to do.
It's true.
Like, so I do find I am constantly playing it at the moment, but that is obviously because there are just so many units that you want to level up. And yeah, I know Goresh has said like the system was never intended for it to be something that you just go crazy trying to get everyone to full 10 straight away, but obviously we want to because we want to make some crazy content, have some cool things like maxed out. But yes, there's like always something to do, but there's just no new interesting things to do because there's only so many times you can play 23-8 without
Want to blow your brains out?
going a little bit
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. I get it. I definitely get it.
Hey, at least you get all those incredible gems.
Which
I know, right? There were like 6,000 of them or something at this point.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say on a side note, if anyone who has been grinding, how many incredible gems do you have?
8,000 plus.
Okay, and you guys
46,000, something like that.
36. Nope.
Yeah, I've got at least like 15 probably.
Okay. Yeah, I've got 54, and I just spent a bunch on the reversal medals.
You can rainbow all those free-to-play units, man.
I actually have started to just buy them and then get ready for like their EZA or Awakening or whatever. So yeah, I'm there. But anyways, we're all going off on tangents. It's been long enough. I appreciate everyone being here. So this shout out to Hydros, and of course D3 for letting him out of the basement just to see the sunshine a little bit. And of course, Ningen, thank you for joining us. It's super late for you, so thanks for doing that. And of course, Talon, who just woke up. So
Yep.
appreciate it, guys. Thanks a lot. I'll have links to their channels down below. Hopefully you enjoyed the puppets and all that stuff. And in this discussion, let us know in the comments below what your thoughts are. And if you liked the video, hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed the content. And on behalf of Hydros, D3, or Daddy Free, I should say, Talon, and Ningen, we're out.